Hello everybody, this is Ray Fowler. I am the developer for Remnants of the Precursors, a Java-based clone of the original Master of Orion. You can see the setup screen here. I'm going to do a slideshow video today with screenshots from the original game and from the new game, and I'm going to try to highlight some of the Sakkra race changes. The Sakkra have just been integrated into the game, and I just want to kind of go over those visuals. So, in the original game, this was what the setup looked like when you picked the Sakkra. This is just a slideshow, and this is what it's going to look like in Remnants. So you still have the same options. You can see there that it's the 6th race I have now that I've added. You can override your homeworld name and your leader name, and you can pick the color for your race. This was the opening screen from the original game, and this is the opening screen from Remnants. The main difference is the galaxy map is much more interactive. You can zoom in and out. You can move around a lot more easily. And you can easily see from these bars how far your ships can go, this line here, and how far your scout ships can go. So, in the original game, when you first met the Sakkra, let's say you were playing the Bulrathi or something, and you met the Sakkra, this is the contact screen, and this is what they looked like. So in Remnants, it'll look something like this. Right, there's the Sakkra leader. This is over here, this is the little Sakkra symbol. It's kind of a tree under a shield. That'll make more sense in a minute. He's got a crown. That's actually a crown that's on a horn. When you're colonizing a planet, all the races in the original game had the same ship. In Remnants, every race has a unique landing ship. And this is what it looks like in Remnants. This guy's a little Sakkra guy. I'm eventually going to have like an astronaut come out of here, but right now I'm just using the combat Sakkra. If you discovered a technology in the original game, you got this screen. That's your Sakkra scientist. This is what it looks like here. So this gives you an idea. This is the scientist here with the funny glasses. And this whole background there, because they're an environmental race, there's a focus on biology and plants. And this particular area, the laboratory is under some sort of dome. Right here under hand lasers, eventually there will be a graphic showing, representing the technology discovered. Those are not in the game yet. Those are about to start work. So unfortunately, I'm just using you can barely see it, the Sakkra logo as a placeholder. This is what the Sakkra ground combat troops looked like in the original game. In this case, it's the Sakkra recovering a rebel planet. So there's Sakkra soldiers on both sides, and you can see the ship in the background, and you can see the generic colony here, and it looks the same for all the races here on the right. And notice the soldiers are just kind of suspended in midair. They just kind of pop off the screen. They're not really, there's no action here. So in Remnants it looks like this. You'll actually see, this is now the Bulrathi fighting the Sakkra. So the Bulrathi came down, and then they showed up here, and you can see what the Sakkra city looks like here. Right, it's a domed city. They're big. They have dome cities, and it's kind of hard to tell from this particular planet what the Sakkra look like, but they're all shooting back and forth at each other, and this is all happening really fast. This is just a screenshot. Let's see. This is what the Sakkra soldier looked like in the original game. In this case, I had landed on Orion, and he discovered the death ray. So he's in like the generic laboratory. In Remnants, it's a little different. If you discover a technology on an artifact planet like this one here, you'll see the artifact planet background. And if you recover technologies by capturing a colony, you'll see the laboratory background for whatever race you're recovering from. And this is what the Sakkra soldier looked like. So I kind of went with, I didn't want to go with a big, bulky dinosaur look. Since I figured they were environmentalists, I wanted to make them kind of like regular guys. They're just, except they're lizards, right? They're not Superman, strongmen, or anything like that. In the original game, if you were going to steal a technology, you would get this screen up here, and this would show what race you're stealing from. And then this is what the Sakkra spy looked like after you stole something. In Remnants, that screen will look like this, and there's like a picture. This is a slim cut of the Sakkra spy, and the background is of the laboratory of the race you're stealing from. So then when you pick whichever one you want, you get a screen like this, and he'll tell you what you've stolen. Now this guy here, see his stripes? I don't have this code working yet, but the plan is, and I'm sure I can get this to work, is he's going to be like a chameleon, and he's going to kind of blend in to the background based upon some of the background colors. Not like a stealth where they go transparent, but he's actually going to change colors. I hope that has a good effect. I don't know yet. I haven't tried it. This is the council voting screen from the original game. All the races saw the same screen. In Remnants, every race is going to have a different council voting screen. It's basically, when you're playing the Sakkra, this is your view. So, for example, this is an example view of a Sakkra city. You can see the dome. There's a large tree in the middle that has to do with Sakkra society. You can get an idea of how huge this tree is because, see, these are little guys here, right? So this is a giant tree, and there's a lot of water, and there's these buildings that are, kind of modeled after the same architecture. And then, of course, when you vote, it looks something like this. Now, this is not finished here. I'm not sure how I'm going to make this look better, but this is going to be like in a hologram here. So, anyway, so about the Sakkra, lore-wise, they're environmentalists. So the idea is they were on a tidally locked planet, and to survive on their planet, they had to do a lot of planetology type research, environmental research to survive. So that's why they're so good at it. They're not naturally aggressive, but they're not hippies either, right? They're kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like just aggressive environmentalists. So, for example, they may want to start a war with you not because they're mad at you, but they're mad at how you're not properly terraforming your planets, right? In other words, they care more about your planets than you. So we've got a writer. He's done a whole lot of work with the background, and we're going to see a lot of his work in the next alpha. That's still a long ways off. There's a lot of artwork. But I hope this gives you a good idea of some of the artwork that's in the game. And, of course, you can go back and look at the different things here. But I think that's it. Bye. Stop.